snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Hello guys, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 19. Wow, are we on 19? We're on freaking 19, that's crazy. It is currently raining outside again. So today's video, I decided I want to share with you guys a video on how I kind of prepare for the new year. This is gonna be like a 2019 prep course. I guess you can do this on your own. I want to kind of make it vlog style, but also one that you guys can follow along with. Before I get started into the video, I just want to share with you guys, this video is sponsored by Keen. So Keen is a program in which you can speak to a psychic. It is super affordable, it's super convenient, and it pairs you up with the best psychic. There is such a variety of different psychics that you can use. They have tarot readers, astrologists, spiritual readers, they have psychics that speak Spanish. Like, there's just so many different psychics, as well as price varieties. So if you're looking for more of an affordable price, like, they definitely have that as well. I've already used them before in a past video, so if you guys want to watch my psychic reading on that one, I will leave it linked on the screen below. I will leave it linked on the screen on the top of the video, as well as in the description box. They are actually giving you guys a really good deal. If you click on the link in my description box, you can spend $5 for a 5-minute session, $10 for a 15-minute session, or $15 for a 25-minute session. And that is crazy. If you guys have ever talked to a psychic or any of that sort of nature, went to a tarot reader, any of that, they are so pricey. So the fact that this is so affordable, that will go a long way, and that's a really good deal. Another thing to keep in mind here is that it's super convenient. A lot of the times you have to research your psychics, find the best ones, shop around a little bit. They have a simple questionnaire that you guys just fill out the answers to based on the kind of psychic or experience that you want, and they'll match you with a ton of different psychics that you can go through and read, you know, the reviews and see which one fits you best. And the fact that it's 24/7, you can literally just click call, and if the psychic is available, they will call you in that minute. It's 24/7. Call them whenever you want, whenever you need. It's a really good way to kind of see how your new year is going to be mapped out for you. If anything, it's a good evaluation and a good way to start the new year, because they'll kind of guide you into doing the best for you spiritually and how you can prepare for the new year. So I did a psychic reading. I will share with you guys the psychic reading in a bit, but before I do that, I want to reflect on my year so far for 2018. So I came across this year-end reflection on Google. It's like these like little questions. So you're going to say 10 highlights from this year, so like your best moments, and then you're going to say 10 disappointments, which are failures or a missed opportunity. Something here to keep in mind is that that's not a bad thing. I'm sure you've learned a lot of lessons from that, so you can even journal kind of out what you've gained from that and what you've learned from that experience. And then 3 game changers. So these are unexpected events that shifted your priorities. These are like big moments. So the 3 things that have completely shifted your perspective of the world so far this year. And then 3 things that you focused on, what you put the most of your time into. Then you're gonna write 3 things that you forgot, what you didn't get around to, and then also a reflection. How does this inform your plans for the next year? I am going to go ahead and journal out my answers and share them with you guys so that you guys can kind of get an understanding of how my year went.
Pretty girl writing love songs, but they're never for you. When you come home.
I'm gonna share with you guys my answers. So my 10 highlights for the year were 1 being my YouTube growth, like my content and my creativity when it came to YouTube. I really was impressed by my new place here by the water. That was a huge stressor for me in the beginning of the year, and I ended up figuring it out, and manifesting it into my life. My fitness got back on track. I was like more motivated to go to the gym. I incorporated strength training, ended up running my 5K again. My sponsors and being accepting of sponsorships, I've talked about this in my kind of fears and doubts when it came to sponsorships, so that definitely improved. My spiritual growth and the books that I've read, I feel like I've grown so much more in this year spiritually than I have like over the past 3 years. My traveling, when I went to Chicago, I fell in love with Chicago. I never knew I would have even liked Chicago. I let go of people that no longer served me in my life. Not to say that they were necessarily bad or mean, but holding on to something that no longer served me. I found QKids and manifested a job that was perfect for my YouTube schedule and not like in the way of that, and something that I can create my own schedule out of. That was a huge stressor for me in the beginning of the year, and I ended up figuring it out. I connected back with my stepmother. For those of you guys who don't know, I didn't talk to my stepmother for 5 years, and we ended up kind of rekindling our relationship, which I thought was a huge stress off my back. And then also Vlogmas. I felt like I really did a good job at Vlogmas this year. I put my all into it, and every single video that I put out I really liked and was proud of. So I also feel like I've connected with a lot of you guys now, so I feel like that was a huge highlight in my life. And my 10 disappointments, one of them is a little bit private, so I'm gonna leave that out. But being reactive is one of them. Like I tend to like just immediately get stressed or overwhelmed when things kind of don't go perfectly, which kind of leads me to the second one, which is my black and white thinking, which again, I've talked about this before in a video recently, and I've been working on it, but throughout the year, I mean, I could definitely see I was like thinking black and white, and you know, that's not a good way to think. My meals, again, I've talked about this before, where like I need to eat more meals, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, rather than like snacking throughout the day. So I feel like cooking obviously was a disappointment. Getting out of the house, I'm such a homebody. I love being at home. I love being with like the people that I love, but pushing myself to kind of go out of that little bubble and get out more is something that I obviously didn't really do that much this year. Being and just being still, I constantly have a fight with myself. If I'm not doing anything, I need to be doing something work related. I'm just like a workaholic. I don't like just sitting there and doing nothing, and sometimes that can be bad. You know, I miss that sense of stillness, and because I work from home, if I ever am being still or not doing anything, I feel like I should be doing something, so that needs to kind of, I need to find a balance between the two. Arguments, anytime I ever got in an argument with my family or Noah or any of that, everyone gets in arguments, but I obviously don't really like that, so it's definitely a disappointment when any of us have a lack of communication that bad where it ends up in like an argument. My impatience, I tend to want things quick and now, and I'll do it fast without just being patient and letting it flow and be, which is something the psychic actually told me about today. My need to be in control of everything in my life and have it perfect. I've actually come full circle. I feel like at the beginning of the year I was not really aware of that, but the fact that I'm understanding now my need to control everything in my life and just kind of just letting it be and not being so perfect about things, I feel like it's going to be a huge thing for me in 2019 that I'm going to work on, because I can already see it shifting now. My yoga, I used to go to yoga literally twice a day in college, and because I didn't find a good studio when I moved back home, it took me a while to find the studio, and then I was working so much that I was like, I need to save money, and I just did yoga at home. But I miss like that community of being like a part of a yoga studio. 3 game changers for myself. Obviously my YouTube success, when that morning routine hit 1 million views, that was like a big deal for me. I was like, wow, cool. Like that, I felt proud of myself. The fact that my mom bought a house and she's gonna be moving out of a place that I've lived for my whole life, like that's gonna be totally different for our family. I am so proud of her, but it is gonna be a lot of a change. And then also I feel like my independence has improved. I used to like be those people where like I didn't really like being alone, or I felt the need to have someone with me all the time, but now I really enjoy my independence. 3 focus points for myself this year was my career and YouTube. My MITs, which I kind of started doing towards the end of the year. Again, I've talked about this, it's your most important tasks. So you pick 3 things in the morning, you knock them out before, like, it's supposed to be 10, but usually I do like around noon. That has been huge for my productivity and my like work life. And then also my health. I feel like this year I really focused on my health a lot. I've become more aware of like the kind of lifestyle that I want to live when it comes to my health, like mentally, physically, all of that. 3 things that I kind of forgot about or kind of put on the back burner this year was meditation, and I just don't really find the time, which is like just an excuse, honestly. I definitely could find the time to meditate. Cooking meals, again, I've told you guys I need to start cooking more, because not only is it creative, but it's like de-stressor. I want to get out more, like finding events in my area, going to events, like constantly doing stuff and getting out of the house instead of just being cooped up in my little work bubble and constantly working. I'm going to share with you guys my psychic reading for Keen. I talked to my psychic this morning and it was interesting.
Hello, this is Raina.
Hi,
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful.
Hi, my name is Renee.
How are you?
Good.
Renee?
Yes.
Thanks for calling, honey.
Thank you.
How can I help you this morning?
Well, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about like the new year.
All right, so what is it that you'd like to focus on?
Okay, well, I wanted to know if there was anything that I have to look forward to in the new year.
Of course. That goes without saying. You know, I feel like this is going to be a year of many, many changes for you. Many, many things. I see travel for you. I see other job opportunities coming through.
I also wanted to know like the areas that are seen to have like the most changes for the new year for me.
Again, it looks like your career or something to do with the way you're making money.
Okay.
It looks like you're going to have opportunities in that direction.
Okay.
We're not really seeing a relocation as far as you're living, or, I mean, it's possible, but I'm not seeing that strongly. It just looks more like your career. Has he got a drug issue going on? I don't feel like he's going to make any big changes this next year. I feel like he's just going to kind of glide through 2019. I don't feel any big change. He's not a bad person. He's not a criminal. He's just, he's not motivated, and he hasn't really found his purpose, and he's not really looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to let go of your attachment to the way you think things should be, and just accept what it is. I mean, this goes back to that good joke about how do you make God laugh and tell him your plans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to be guided by God, your God force energy, your higher spirit, whatever, in other directions. Those are the directions that you're meant to go. Otherwise, they would not be appearing and making themselves present in your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you do any sort of like past lives or that kind of thing?
Oh, are you asking what your past life was, or what? I mean, we have many. We have hundreds.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's any sort of anything that you can tell me in that sense.
Well, one of the nearest ones, not going back too far, is you were, this is weird, I'm getting a seamstress in the 1800s.
In 1800s?
Yeah, you were a seamstress. You did fashioned clothes, and you were like a tailor of sorts. You were a seamstress, but you were good at it.
I was good.
You were just a seamstress, and you had all the women coming to you, and you were popular in your your town where you were, and you loved, sewing. And it's all coming through. I see one in the Celtic, a Celtic lifetime for you. I don't know if you have that background.
Accountant?
No, a Celtic, like
Celtic.
A Celtic background, like Ireland, and Scotland, and that area.
I love that music. I don't know why, but I just love that music.
Okay. Well, then that's why.
To continue this conversation uninterrupted at the rate of 4.99.
That one was interesting. Holy cow. I'm gonna keep a lot of that like private just because she kind of went deep. But basically the gist of what she was telling me was that I'm gonna have a lot of like job opportunities coming my way. She told me that I'm gonna have kids within like 3 years, which is interesting. And she told me that a relocation is not in my plan. That was something that I'm really kind of figuring out right now, like, do I want to renew my lease? Do I want to like save up for a house here in Florida? Do I want to move somewhere else? Like, but she just like came out and said that. I didn't ask anything about like relocating or moving, and she was telling me that a relocation is not in the plan. It's crazy. She went so specific and told me something that I'm not going to share here because it's not my story to share, but it was like really crazy. I really liked this. She says, how do you make God laugh? Tell him your plans. It's basically saying like the universe has everything planned out and you have to just fully trust it and let it flow. Way more detailed and specific than the one that I spoke to last time. This lady's name was Renee. So I will leave her link down below if you guys want to check her out and get like a spiritual reading for yourself for the new year with her. The minute I requested her, she called me like 2 seconds later. So she was available and really fast. So thanks, Renee. So again, if you guys want to click on my link down below for that offer, it's a great deal. I think it's really good to kind of just give you a layout of what 2019 is, even if you don't really believe in psychics. She gives you a lot of good like spiritual advice about what's going on in your life. I'll leave the link down below as well as the psychic that I had the reading with, because she was cheaper than the psychic that I had last time. Honestly, I liked her better. So she was really sweet too. I liked her, and she said things that I can't even tell you. No one would have known. It was weird, okay? I can't tell you because it's not my place to tell you, but it was crazy how accurate, and she just like was so detailed in everything that she said. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So it's kind of like the nighttime now. I did plan a lot of like 2019 stuff, like going through all of my Excel sheets, making a 2019 budget, all that stuff I still have to do. It just requires a lot of like thought and effort on my part, and I'm still in like Christmas mode right now, so I think I'm gonna hold off on that until after Christmas. I'm drinking a smoothie right now for like a dessert. I put mango, peaches, acai, passion fruit, and then a little bit of orange juice and coconut water with pineapple juice. Yeah, it's really good. It's a good dessert. I'm gonna start kind of wrapping up my night, and I usually do like a quick clean sprucing up my apartment. That way I can wake up in the morning like nice and fresh and comfortable. And I really want to read right now, honestly, but in order for me to feel comfortable, I usually just do like a quick clean. So I'm going to show you guys real quick kind of like my nighttime cleanup of my apartment. It doesn't take any longer than like 10 to 15 minutes. So yeah, let's get cleaning. do when it comes to like cleaning during the nighttime, I'll go through each room and kind of just clean up the space that is cluttered at the moment, and then I'll get my bed prepared for me so that I can read and feel comfortable when I'm done editing this vlog. But I'm gonna finish off the vlog obviously with a mantra. Today's 353. Hopefully. Let's see. Yes. So the mantra is, I'm not afraid to invest in my dreams. Putting in energy, time, and financial resource into something you believe in will never lead you astray. When your heart and head are aligned and you're focused on your desire, you give it all you got. Investing in your dreams is investing in yourself. When you show up for your dreams, you are saying you matter. A farmer does not yell at his crop to grow faster. He knows there is a season of growing and a season of harvest. I love that. If you are investing in your dream, give yourself time to see the harvest. Don't abandon your dream just because it isn't growing fast enough. Great things take time to develop, but when you water them with love, you will be rewarded in more ways than you can ever imagine. Don't give up on yourself or your dreams. The affirmation is, I spend time, money, and energy on the things that are important to me. I am not afraid to invest in my dreams because I know I will see the return. I believe in my heart I am doing the right thing for me, so I move forward with confidence, faith, and in knowing that all of my actions will be rewarded. The universe supports my dreams by watering it with love. I will see the reward soon, and all of my hard work will be worth it. What dream will I invest in is the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. Bye guys.